Senator Singh.
I rise to recognise the anniversary for one extraordinary Australian. All of us in some way wish we had the talent and dedication to represent our current country at the Olympic Games, but few of us succeed. All of us at some point must stand and either fight for our convictions or fly from them. But few stand like Peter Norman. On a single day in 1968, a young apprentice butcher from Coburg raised himself above the common bar of humanity and took Australia with him. The 16th of October was the 50th anniversary of Norman's brilliant silver medal in the 200 metres at the 1968 Mexico Olympics. It was also the anniversary of his support of the United States gold and bronze medal winners Tommy Smith and John Carlos's silent protest against black poverty and racial inequality in their country. Heads bowed, barefoot, each with one gloved fist raised. It is one of the most iconic images of the 20th century. Peter Norman finished the 200-metre final in 20.06 seconds, blazing like a comet to the line in a time that would have won him gold at the Sydney 2000 Olympics and remains an unbroken Australian record. But just before the medal presentation, Smith and Carlos told Norman about their plans to protest peacefully during the medal ceremony to focus world attention on the struggle for equality. "I will stand with you," the Australian said. In his eyes, Carlos recalled in his eulogy at Norman's funeral, "I saw only love." Norman helped create the symbolism of the moment by suggesting that the two Americans could share their only pair of gloves. On the way to the dais, Norman also borrowed an Olympic Project for Human Rights badge and pinned it to his tracksuit. In the simple act of wearing that badge, Peter Norman showed his fellow athletes and the watching world that the courageous actions of one person makes a difference. Uniquely for an Australian, Peter Norman stood at the very centre of the global stage where his conscience demanded it, for a cause that was not his own, with no precedent to inspire him and no incentive to motivate him other than his commitment to human rights. And like Smith and Carlos, he paid for that commitment. Shunned on his return from Mexico City, his role in the protest effectively cost him his career. And while he did compete in the 1970 Commonwealth Games, he was not sent to the 1972 Munich Olympics. The Australian Olympic Committee did not invite him to participate in any way on any day at the Sydney 2000 Olympics. It was the United States Olympics team who included him in their Sydney Olympics celebrations. And when Peter Norman died in 2006, Tommy Smith and John Carlos flew to Melbourne to be pallbearers and deliver eulogies at his funeral. The US Track and Field Federation declared October the 9th, the day of Norman's funeral, Peter Norman Day. My parliamentary colleague and friend Andrew Lee MP in October 2012 moved a motion in the other place recognising Peter Norman's extraordinary athletic achievements, acknowledging his bravery and apologising for his treatment. It was passed unanimously. And now the Daniel Andrews Victorian Labor government, in partnership with Athletics Australia, has announced it will honour his sporting hero, Peter Norman. Will honour Norman by striking a bronze statue at the Lakeside Stadium in Melbourne. I am really proud of Daniel Andrews for making this decision so that finally Peter Norman will be respected for the stand he took and so that Australia can recognise his courage in memoriam. In athletic and humanitarian terms, from Edwin Flack to Cathy Freeman, Peter Norman is the noblest embodiment of Australia's Olympic ideal. First among equals, his hour in Mexico City abides as the finest Australian achievement at any Olympic Games. Not only was he faster, stronger and standing higher than any of us, he was brave for all of us. He put on display for the world to realise that sometimes you have to stand up for what you think is right. On behalf of Australia, thank you, Peter Norman.